Hello everyone, hope you're all having a great day. Hopefully it is not raining where you are because it has been raining for basically the past 2 weeks where I am. So I just wanted to make, this will be like a very quick video where I'm just going to explain the difference between salvation and sanctification, or our spiritual walk once we're saved. I plan on doing more videos, more in depth about this in the future. But I know in the last video I kept using those two words, and so I just want to clarify those and kind of explain what they are so that in future videos, when I keep bringing them up, you'll know what they are. So salvation is the finished work of Jesus, his life, death, burial, and resurrection. We receive salvation the second we trust that Jesus' life, death, burial, and resurrection alone saved us. That's it. It happens in a second. The minute we trust in that, we are saved, sealed forever, done. It's of works of Jesus, not of works of ourselves. Now, once we're saved, we get the Holy Spirit in us, and then we are free to do sanctification or have a spiritual walk with God, which we all should do because we're saved unto good works. So our spiritual walk with God is, like I said before, our repenting of sins, turning away from them, living for God, living a holy life. Now, through our spiritual walk with God, it's so we can have fellowship with him. You know, once we're saved, we're to build upon the rock, which is Jesus. And then once we're saved, we can have fellowship with God. We can have fellowship with God right now. That's huge. We should all be doing that. And that's why we walk after the Spirit. We're told not to grieve the Holy Spirit because once the Holy Spirit's in you, you don't want to sin anymore. Like, it's not as appealing. We're told not to grieve it because it really does grieve you in your spirit. That has nothing to do with salvation in and of itself, but it's more so just for our spiritual walk. Like, you know, our spiritual walk is so we can have fellowship with God. It also helps our mental health. Like, you know, if we're saved and we're constantly doing things that we shouldn't be doing, you know, once we're saved, like, you know, it hurts your mental health. It hurts your spirit. You'll feel like kind of on edge. And so we don't want that. So that's why we live for God. In addition to this, the Holy Spirit also produces fruit in us. I know people are always talking about fruit. So you might be thinking, like, you know, what are the fruits of the Spirit? I'll also go over that more in depth in another video. And once we feed the Spirit, we'll grow in grace with God. We're growing in grace. You know, God cleans us from the inside out, not the outside. Like, you know, our outside will eventually reflect what's on the inside. So that's why we let God work on our hearts first. Now, like I said before, salvation is not of ourselves. It's on the works of Jesus. That's why it says work out your salvation with fear and trembling, not work for. You can't work out what you don't already have. It's like your muscles. If you're working out your muscles, they're going to be stronger. They'll be able to withstand more, and they'll be more useful. Our faith will be more useful if we work it out. But if you don't work out your muscles, they'll be weak. It won't be super strong, and we don't want that. That's why we live for God. It's so that we can have a stronger faith, and so we can have fellowship with other people and God. So I hope that clarifies a little bit more. Again, I'll probably go into a lot of these other topics more in depth in future videos, but I just wanted to clarify the two terms, salvation versus sanctification, or like I said, our spiritual walk, so that for future videos, you guys just know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, God bless.